youth, share knowledge and information about human rights and gender issues. And one of the key things, and I like the way Wendy has brought it out, is that youth these days, when you look at our institutions of higher learning, one of the key components you begin to appreciate is the fact that gender-based violence, even in those institutions, is actually on the rise. And therefore, even as we talk about, within the domestic arena, for example, let us also focus on what is going on in the institutions of higher learning. It is, most of the times we get, even in the news, you hear in such an institution, something has happened. A student has stabbed another one. A student has killed another one.
That's true.
So we need to begin to reflect what is the missing link? How are the institutions, for example, embracing gender issues? How are they supporting the students, for example, to embrace each other and embrace cultural diversity? One other key component which we must not lose focus on is on the mental health. This is a subject that we have had a national conversation, but again, as a commission, we would advance further and say that we need to have that even in those institutions that I've mentioned. Even within the families, for example, when you see that gender-based violence, there is a root cause, to that particular problem. And many times we are only addressing the manifestations of, those violations, but we are not going deeper, dig deeper, and bring out the root causes of those problems. So as a commission, we are very keen to support institutions across the Republic. And we have done this, for example, through even human rights clinics, where then we are able to be in various positions within the country, and we reach out to the citizens like a one-week conversation. We are able to collect data, for example, on the violations, and we are also able to provide free legal, clinics or services to the citizens. And one of the things which has been noted by the Commission is the fact that a stigma, for example, is something that scares away many, especially women and girls, to report gender-based violence.
And even the men, Doc.
And even the men, yes.
The men too. We had this conversation 2 weeks back when we started the commemoration of these 16 days, the observance, that's the correct word. And the general feeling was men shy away from reporting. That is why we don't have much statistics from the men.
Oh, yes. So the question would be, have we created a platform where then the men, will not feel shy? Men feel shy, embarrassed to report. But if you have experienced gender-based violence, and this is where the commission will call on the men, that when this happens, it does not matter. Report, it is a violation. Report for purposes of action being taken.